So this is What Is Gonna Woke K-Pop edition. Sort of the first video of 2012, last video of 2011. So I wanted to do a sort of countdown of my top 10 favorite K-pop songs that came out this year. There was a lot of stuff that came out this year, so it was kind of hard to pick. I think I had, my short list was about 17 songs. I guess we should just jump right into it. So number 10 is Girls' Generation's The Boys. And I know you're thinking, oh, but you love SNSD. They're like your favorite K-pop group. But I expected so much more from this song. I mean, I like it. It's not like terrible. It's not as terrible as I thought it was when it first came out. But it's definitely not what I wanted from the group. Because I love the video. I think it's great. I think it's great that they're letting the dance line have their sort of due. And that they actually got like a nice rap section. I think that was great because it was nice to see, well, obviously, Hyoyeon, I'm kind of biased, but, you know, to see Yuri and Sooyoung, and even Yuna, even though she's the face, you know, she was actually really good in this song. She's clearly improved on her singing skills. So that was really great to see the girls that you don't normally see in SNSD videos. So, I don't know, just the construction of the song was a little iffy, and that's part of the reason that Mr. Simple didn't get on this list either. Some of this song just, it's not abstract in a way that, say, something like Lucifer is abstract. It's a little scattered, but it manages to work, whereas here it feels kind of like it jars you. The chorus is that rap section, which seems more like a bridge section or like an opener. You have that line at the end of the second verse where Taeyeon's doing that, better know, but bring the boys out. She does that thing, and you think it's gonna be like some kind of like epic chorus, and then it's just like, oh, Girls' Generation make you feel the heat. Again. Okay. So that was a little unimpressive, but like vocally I thought it sounded great. I thought they all improved on their singing, so that was good for you, Girls' Generation, but this song was on the bottom of my favorites list this year, unfortunately. Number 9 is Beasts with Fiction. This is like the first Beast song I actually ever heard, let's be real, and I didn't like it at first for some reason, but then I actually like gave it a real listen instead of just clicking someone's little preview thing on Tumblr, back when I was into Tumblr, when I was trying not to do schoolwork. So I think this was a nice introduction to Beast. I don't really like any of their other music, actually, though. I thought the album, Fact and Fiction, was really good, really solid, and I actually like a lot of the songs on that. I don't really care for a lot of their older stuff. That little intro thing, that's, I don't know, it just works really well, and I like the electronic version more than I like the orchestra version. It's a really cool track to release as an orchestra version, and I think it works, but I just like the electronic one better. I like the rap section in that song, and usually I'm like, oh god, you all sound the same, you rappers, but I like that a lot. And was it Junghyun? Yeah, like Sarenge, Sarenge, Sarenge. Yeah, that part. I don't know. I like it. Everyone sounds pretty good, except I always want to punch Hyunsung in the Hyunsung. I don't friggin' know how to say his name. I don't care. His voice is so nasal, I want to punch him in the face. But everybody else sounded pretty good. Yosub always has a good voice, so I liked his parts the best, I guess. But it was a great song. I really enjoyed the composition of that one. Number 8 is Newcomers, B1A4 with OK, which is just like the most fun song that came out this year. I just love it so much. It reminded me a lot of American pop bands, and this, even though I think he's saying OK Girl in the song, but I always sing it as OK Go because they're one of my favorite bands. But I love that song. It has like cute little dance moves. The B1A4 are just like really cute and kind of derpy and just like totally precious. So, and I think that song is very fitting for them. And it was a nice introduction to the band. It was a great debut track. Probably probably one of the best ones this year, I think. I'll post like download links on the video or like YouTube previews or something. I'll work some kind of magic, because if you haven't heard a lot of these songs, you should definitely look into them because they're really good. Number 7 is Acha by Super Junior, who I love so much. Like really, I love Super Junior so much, but I tolerate Mr. Simple generally. I like the video more than I like the song itself, but the repackage was fun. So I really liked Acha, even though the video gave everybody like motion sickness. Worst videography in the history of Super Junior videos. But I really enjoyed the song, and the dance moves were just like, I don't know, I just really like it a lot. I think it was really fun, and I will actually go around in my kitchen and do that dance while I'm trying to make lunch. So it's fun. And also they all look really, 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 really hot in that video. So that's from a stupid fangirl point of view. But I think that Acha had a better progression, I guess, of song than Mr. Simple did. So that's why I liked it better. Because Mr. Simple was another one of those things where it was like, okay, dance break. Okay, weird rap section. Okay, Kyuhyun, now you sing something that sounds like totally different key. It was weird. So I liked Acha much better. Although I still like 4-Jib better. So, moving on. Number 6 is our first Infinite track on this list. Number 6 is Paradise. It's such an awesome song. I think the video did not do it any justice at all, because it's just them laying around a house looking sad, and like they're very pretty, but it just didn't do anything for me. Nothing's Over had a great video. Before the Dawns was pretty good. That was the one that Woohyun hurt himself doing, right? I don't remember. Even Be Mine was good. I don't know why they didn't do the dance in this song, because I liked the choreography for it so much, and they excel at their choreography. So I'm not sure why they did that lame ass music video. It's over, whatever. But I thought the song was great, even though I'm a little concerned about that whole chorus being in falsetto, because there's only like 3 of them that probably can actually do the falsetto. So I don't know what they were trying to pull, the composers of the song, making that whole the whole chorus be in falsetto. It just sounds stupid, and they dance too hard to be able to sing that high. You know, I guess that's what backtracks are for, but it didn't make sense for their voices. But overall, the song itself, it just has this really cool like rocking beat. It's not too fast, but it still works as a dance track for them. So I really enjoyed it, and it was probably one of the better repackages this year. Number 5 is yet another Infinite song, and that's Nothing's Over, which came out in March, and I listened to it a lot while I was writing my thesis, because it was just like so fun and uplifting and made me not want to fling myself out of my 4th story dorm room window. The video is maybe one of the best this year, just because, I mean, it opens with them going through a wall of toilet paper, like literal like stacks of toilet paper rolls, just like boom, and there's boys in bed together, and it's very cute, and the dance is really cute. Nothing's over, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Yeah, I always end up doing that in the car too. This was like another song that kind of reminded me of American pop in sort of the way that B1A4's OK did, and I think that these are kind of comparable tracks. They seem sort of on the same wavelength here. That was like the early part of the year, because they kind of came out like the same-ish time. Maybe B1A4 was a little earlier. I think that was like February or something. I don't remember. I was too busy with school. I liked that kind of proto sort of pop, rockish, mostly pop sound at that point of the year. So yeah, I like that one a lot. It's one of my favorite Infinite tracks for sure. Number 4 was the project group M&D with Molbois, which I guess means like, what are you looking at? And it's M&D, which is Jungmo from the Tracks, who is pretty, so pretty. and Heechul from Super Junior. And this was their kind of project before Heechul went into the army and Super Junior came back for their 5th album, Mr. Simple. So this was just like a balls out, awesome frigging rock track, which was just so great because Jungmo is like so unappreciated in the tracks, I feel, because it's all about Jay. It's all about Jay and his singing, and Jungmo doesn't really get to rock out, and that really sucks because he's really talented. He like arranged everything in the song. He played all the instruments. He pretty much like did the whole thing, and Heechul just showed up to sing it, and then they shot the video in 15 minutes at the karaoke place. So yeah, this is just like, let's consider number 4 to be like Jungmo appreciation slot because he's just the bomb, and I just love him. And this song was just so awesome because there were just like these shots of him just like rocking out on the guitar, playing the drums and the keys and stuff like that, and he sings the like bit in the chorus, and I just Jungmo, I love you so much. So hearts for M&D. Number 3 is Sixth Sense by Brown Eyed Girls, which was just like the most boss girl group comeback this year. They just were kicking ass left, right, and center, and Gain was really hot, and Narsha was meowing like a kitty, and Gia was just like fine as hell, and Mirio is the shit. So they just kind of like own the shit out of all the girl groups this year, in my opinion. And I was really glad that they won a bunch of awards for it because it was just so good. And they're so great and so talented and they sound amazing. But no, that song was super badass, and the video was just so cool. It had so much like symbolism and stuff like that. And I love videos that are like that, that have sort of, they make you think about what it's really about. So I really enjoyed that. It was sort of your educational K-pop video of the summer. Number 2 is Love is Move, which is a stupid title, so I'm just gonna call it by the Korean one, which is Sarang and Move by Secret, which was probably one of my favorite tracks to come out this, well, obviously it was one of my favorite tracks, you dumbass, because it's number 2. There was like kind of a lot of 60s, 70s throwback this year with like Tiara and Roly Poly, and Girls' Generation had a bunch of tracks on their 3rd album that were kind of like that, like My J, and Say Yes reminded me a lot of like Hairspray, that kind of thing. But I think Secret did it the best with this song. It's just like really kicky and really fun, and they all sound great. The dance was really fun. That I don't know if you can see, I can't really tell where the camera stops. But that was probably the best sort of retro track that came out this year. And there were a lot of them, and I know that it was tiresome for a lot of people, but I enjoyed that one a lot. But my number 1 track this year, it's Be Mine by Infinite. This song was just like so boss. It was like sort of like video game music. It's like very 80s. Like the synthesizers are very, very 80s, but they worked it. The vocals sound awesome. I just feel bad that poor Seungyeol gets like one line repeated that, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Oh. And the rap is really hard to learn. So cheers to Dongwoo and Hoya. I enjoyed this a lot. I thought that this is kind of what made me like Infinite, actually. This is what got me to like kind of pay attention, because they had a huge year this year. They were so busy. They had a million songs and a gazillion promo periods, and they were so busy and they were so awesome. And so just good job, Infinite. This was totally your year, and I hope that in 2012 you will maybe get to take a nap. If you watch Sesame Player and they're like rehearsing for like 18 hours a day or something stupid like that, and they have to like run away from their managers to eat, yeah, I really hope that they get to reap some of the benefits of becoming a little more well-known. There was some interview with Girls' Generation, and Taeyeon and I think Sohyun said something about like, you know, Infinite did really great this year. We're really impressed by them, blah, blah, blah. So, you know what? Good for you guys. I hope that you continue to do well, and I hope that next year perhaps you will end up on my list, on the top of my list again. So nicely done, and I hope 2012 brings us lots of good, fun music and lots of cute guys. Let's be real, lots of cute guys. So it's been nice 2011, but let us ring in the new year, and Happy New Year, everyone!